That old G-Wagon still sticking around. Waiting for YouTube to send out notice. 2 o'clock on, I think we got a 3-day weekend this weekend. Shout out to MLK. Hitting gems, what's happening, bro? What's happening? Ain't shit. About to talk this ish real quick. Would it be different? Can it be that it was all so simple, baby? Can it be that it was all so simple? Come on through, hit smash the like button. Chronicles episode number, who knows? Go ahead and type in the chat so I know you're here, so I give you a shout out for the day. It is January the 11th, 2024. Join the bandwagon. No. Hey, Tay. Hey, Tay. Hold on. Hey, Tay, how you doing? Beautiful. What's good with you? No, man. Y'all keep y'all NFL, man. Y'all, hey, man. Detroit just setting you up for disappointment. You know this. I know this. Just get ready for it. Shout out to the playoffs and the Super Bowl and all that good stuff. Just don't bet on them. All those Midwest teams like that in the NFL, though, when you think about it, right? The Bears, the Vikings, the NFC Central. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Headed to a doctor's appointment, just checking in. Good luck on the doctor's appointment. Be safe out there, sis. Be safe out there. It's a brisk, I don't know, 28 degrees here in Rochester, Minnesota. We finally got snow on the ground, like y'all know, the other day. Whatever. Average, what's good, man? What's happening with you, bruh? Y'all come on in, man. Just had a thought run through my head after listening to some podcasts the other day. Would it be different? I want us to be honest with ourselves, right? Would it be different? Gotta stay bundled up. Gotta bundly. Gotta dress in them layers when it's this cold outside. I told you, we went to Vegas for New Year's, and as soon as I got off the plane coming home, I was sick. I'm surprised I made it home. About to be hit with snow. Yeah, they say it's supposed to snow again here too, Jay. I ain't tripping though. Monday we got the day off, so what we got? Okay, so I got a two-sided question. If every black man was responsible, fiscally responsible, sexually responsible, was well-to-do, did all right with money, would black women move different? The other half of that question is that if every black woman was well-to-do, had a certain standard, right, of dealing with, you know, a type of man, basically the same thing, just on the other side, right? Would men move differently? As a majority, what do you guys think? Because the excuse that's being had on the woman's side, right, is there's not enough good men to go around. There's not enough good black men to go around. So if it were, would they change? And vice versa. Frozen, what's good? He said no to the first question, yes to the second. Because it's not the argument that we be getting, right? And this is for the feminists, right? The feminists and the women who always insert themselves into these conversations of the manosphere or whatever have you, right? Is their biggest gripe not black men are not doing this, they're not doing that, they're not leveling up, they're not where we want them to be financially, educationally, spiritually, right? So if every man, though I ain't gonna even say every, because every, y'all know that'll never happen, right? But if the majority of men were on that path, would they change? What's good, Lonnie? But if the requirement for a man to get a woman, right, to get and keep a decent woman, right, is that she had those same things, right? That she held those standards, except in the things that men really want, right? Beautiful, fit, feminine, friendly, right? Not giving up the box up to everybody. Would the men change? Frozen, I agree, right? I'll be me regardless. No matter what, you're not enough for somebody who don't want you. I agree. But I'm asking for y'all opinion though. We ain't making up no stories, Gaia. You like it here. Welcome back. I mean, because the stories I'm hearing, right? The stories I'm hearing, or I should say the perspectives that I'm hearing, is that the men are moving the way they move because they have to adjust to the women that's available. Is that fair, or am I wrong? Because the argument, again, y'all let me know if I'm off. Y'all keep me grounded. Y'all keep me sane, right? The argument I'm hearing in the majority of cases, right, is that again, the men aren't. Hey, Ashley, how you doing? Make sure y'all subscribe to Ashley's Corner. She goes live every Saturday afternoon to talk about the most popular boxing, the first lady of boxing. First lady of boxing here on YouTube. So make sure y'all check out Ashley's Corner. BJ, what's good, baby? How you doing, baby? Baby, how you doing? Right? So I'm starting to think that I'm actually wrong on this argument of wrong with this argument that why are women expecting men to change when they won't change themselves? Your morals don't depend on a woman. I agree. I'm not talking about, right, I want us to stay on track though. I'm talking about the argument at hand. Is it fair to say that we live in a universe where there's an action to every reaction, a reaction to every action? Hey, Jolie, she said that's fair, but they should. I don't believe men should adjust. Right? Y'all know how I talked about this before. My personal belief is that men are not meant to be adjustable, right? A man is meant to stand on whatever his belief system is, and the people who ride with him, and the ones that don't. But I'm asking this question as in part of the dilemma that we have going on in interpersonal relationships, right? So again, the question is it the men that at this point should be doing the adjusting, or is it the women? Hey, Miss Mary, how you doing, beautiful? Happy New Year to you. He said, Ashley said, we shouldn't want people to change. You should be with the one that has qualities you like and deal with. I agree. But I'm asking again, y'all. I'm asking it again, though, is that in this game of relationships, right? The games that's such a big issue. I should say that's being seen as a big issue in these conversations that we've been having for years on end, right? Who's the hunter and who's the hunted? Because if you're the hunted, you're either trying not to get caught or to get caught, right? And a patient hunter, he doesn't care how long he got to wait in a tree, as long as he get his buck. Right? So my question is this again, would it matter? Would it really make a difference? What would change of the women if every man leveled up to this supposedly, baller status where money's not a problem and such woo woo, and they're mentally like, what difference would that change for the women? God, what's good, Sean? Mr. He said, half of one of my favorite couples on YouTube, the Seds. Make sure y'all check out Harris Tribe Media Group on YouTube and Instagram and TikTok and Facebook. Mr. He said their requirements would go even higher. And I agree with that, because again, you guys understand my stance. I just said it millions of times. Let me say it for Gaia, because I don't think she understands me, right? And maybe she wasn't supposed to. But the nature of women is that once they reach a certain standard, they can never go backwards. They'll always want better. Once you put a woman in a decent car that runs, she'll never go back to a hoopty. Once you put her into an apartment where she doesn't have to worry about the heat and the weather, the heat or the refrigerator working, she'll never go back to the hood, right? If you put a woman in the house, she'll never go back to an apartment. She'll do it, but she'll dread it. She'll hate it. Blackjack, what's good? He said it wouldn't. These men would still have standards. Agreed. So I think y'all is following the path that I'm putting down on this conversation. So what is the point of asking for these things when they don't apply? What up, Marcus? Peace, God. What's the point of asking for these things when they don't apply? When they're not gonna apply, right? When they're not gonna change. Especially the way they look at you. Anybody in the class got the answer? Any lady in the class want to be honest about it? She said a lot of women compare themselves to other women. That's more important to some women. I agree, sis. I agree. Those are extremes we don't want. We don't want complete bums. Agree. I understand. I wouldn't want you to be with a complete bum, guy. That would say something about you that's very negative if you were the bum. But is it safe for me to say that once you wear a certain designer, you won't go back to a Walmart shirt? right? Is it safe for me to say that once you wear a certain pair of Nikes that make your feet wear good, that make your feet, that wear good on your feet, and you feel look good and you walk good in them and they compliment your outfit, that you wouldn't go back to a pair of Pumas? And if we understand they're extreme, sis, why do we use them? Why are these extremes the litmus test? Why are the extremes the standard? Is any lady going to be honest about the situation? And I understand the ladies who don't, hey, shout out to the sisters who, good is good enough sometimes. Shout out to y'all. Nobody? Would it change? It wouldn't change anything. All it would change is how they look at you, right? All it would change, the reason why, what's good, Tom? How you doing? Guy said, me personally, I can buy those things myself. Much more than material things matter. I agree. So why are material things part of arguments? Because it never applies. It never applies to the people that's in the chat, that's on the panel. The things we talk about never applies. Again, it's above you're above it. I understand. Gorilla, Poe Pillar. Happy New Year's, my guy. I'm just asking questions, right? So let's tell the truth about why it's asked for. When you mature, you see what really matters. Agreed. Nobody? Because a lot of women are material. Thank you, Ashley. Thank you. Because if you weren't materialistic, money wouldn't be in the equation, right? Every adult knows you got to eat. Every adult knows you need a place to stay when it's cool and it's hot. Every adult knows you need a car to get back and forth to work or to take, bake staycations or road trips, right? Every person knows you got to have you see what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that you guys make the argument. I'm not making this stuff up, Gaia, right? I'm not pulling it and making this stuff up in my head. These are the things we see in these panels and in these conversations in my real life. I know y'all, you know what I'm saying? Why ask for these things when you know it's not going to change the situation? He said, try to tell the wife, hold up on buying. Wait till summertime. That's what now it's a buyer's market. No more markups. And what they probably get her at like 7 or 8%. I seen some places at 13% for a car loan. That shit is crazy. It's insane. But again, my question is this. If the majority of black men were on this pedestal that every black woman say they want, right? Not everyone, but y'all know who I'm talking about. The majority of these clucks out here, the ones that's trying to get everything for nothing. Y'all know who I'm talking about, right? Would it be different? Because to the woman and stuff, it don't matter to. It don't matter to him then. It won't matter to him then. It doesn't matter to him now. Frozen said, long as the house taken care of, we should be good to work out other issues. No need for the added stress. We in it for the long haul. Yes, sir. Women who are material will put material things as a priority. This is why I caution dudes from leading with their wallets. I agree. So with that being said, sissy poo, sis, hey, sis, yo, sis, Callie Bell, sis, Kiki, Ashley, Guy. So seeing as how y'all as women know when a man is leading with his wallet, y'all have an understanding of what that look like, right? You know, okay, what does it mean? What does it mean? What does it mean, Gaia? What does it mean? What does it look like when a man is leading with his wallet? And would you recommend your sons to do it? Your nephews, your cousins, your uncles? What does it look like? Is it a bad thing? Is it a good thing? Because, you know, now we live in a time of it depends, right? Well, it depends. Is my rent due? Is my rent due? Do I need my rent? You know what I'm saying? We used to call it tricking. He bring up his check, his bills, and his bank account every day. Blackjack, it's tricking if you got it. It's tricking if you got it or not. It doesn't matter. He said, no, I wouldn't recommend it. Okay, right? So why is it allowed in arguments? If you broke, just say that. Why is that allowed? So I get 3 checks and I pay all my bills with the smallest one. Time, what's happening? Most of these women asking for these baller guys have never met a guy with the money and have no idea how they really treat women. Chill out, Blackjack. Dario, what's good, my guy? What's happening with you? They try to embarrass they partners. Kiki, finish that out for me, sis. I'm just asking questions, right? Because it's like this, right? A man gotta have money. I ain't gonna say this is the impression I get, right? This is the impression I get. A man can tell you what to do if he can afford to tell you what to do, right? Meaning that implies that a man's gotta have a certain amount of money and or status to be able to direct his woman correctly, right? This is what I'm hearing, right? But it's also, you can't use your money to control me. What they call it, fellas? What they call it, Kiki? Financial abuse. Blackjack, that's what they saying. This is what they saying. If you saying to be with a man and listen to a man, he got to have a certain motion, as they say, right? He got to have a certain clout. He got to have certain dollars, right? So, but at the same time, he can't tell you what to do. He can't control you, right? You got to be a boss bitch because you don't want no man controlling you with his money. I mean, they want you to pay the bills. You can't abuse me withholding money. I work. Okay, that's fine. Sounds like shame to me, but they say it don't work and it doesn't exist. Hey. So like Gaia says, she works, right? So my money shouldn't matter when it comes to the courting or the experience of us getting to know each other. You can take care of yourself. You don't want me to take care of you? What does taking care of a woman look like? What is that in 2024? Because I don't understand why a woman would want to lay up with a man that's not taking care of her. Nor would I want to lay up with a woman and be around a woman for the rest of my days that I don't want to take care of. Hey, Marcus, everybody got a voice here. They don't know what they want half the time. Most men make women go 50-50 because no matter how much a man does, the modern attitude, if there is there so they don't get tradition. Hey, it makes sense. Are you talking about men affording to go on dates? No, ma'am. Women took TLC, no scrubs too far. Men take TI, whatever you like too far. Bruce, how you doing, bro? So I'm glad I got my Anita Baker. You know what I'm saying? The difference is I'm proud to provide for my family. My lady will be complaining every day. I can't wait till you get a job, girl. Right. Like, I mean, come on. Like I said before, hey, Sean, you know what it is, right? She fuck with you because you take care of her. It's one of the caveats. So, back to the message at hand. Would it make a difference? Him affording to pay bills, yes, ma'am. Anita could still, boy, get off my Anita. AKA Tony Braxton 1.0. That girl can sing, boy, Tony Braxton. All right. Anita Baker bad, man. Gaia, yes, exactly. Do you want a man that pays? Do you want a man that, would you prefer? I ain't talking about what you would settle for or what you would do, right? If you love the guy certain, over the sun and through the moon and the hills, right? I'm asking the guy that met you, right? And y'all was going to be in it for the long term. Would you prefer him to pay the bills or you? Oh, why can't he afford the bills? It shouldn't matter. You make your own money. But I already asked you the question. Right? Because the truth is, y'all, look, I've been trying to do this for the past 6 weeks, right? I'm trying to establish a pecking order. Once you admit there's a pecking order, then you have to admit that there's some things you have to do and some things you have to listen to. Regina Bell, yes, sir. He's paying the bills, right? So is that an expectation? Giving you the best that I've got, honey. What y'all know about Anita Baker? Regina Bell sounds fabulous in person, Black. I seen that concert in the cities. Yes, sir. Okay, appreciate it. Forget this. I was trying to help the Black community, but y'all not listening. I'm about to start an OnlyFans. right? So, is it fair to say there's a pecking order? Hey, since I was, shit, I ain't gonna lie to you. Since I turned 17, the day I turned 17, it was over with. I mean, I've been working since I was 13 years old. So, it depends because we have a plan that works. Some couples go 50-50. Some have whomever makes the most money pays the bills. You're right. I understand. Listen to what I'm saying, Ash. Listen to what I'm saying. I understand what it would be and may be, right? But what do you prefer? What would you prefer? Would you think the pecking order is based on the money? No, it's based on who has the most responsibility and who pays for everything at the end of the day, guy, and not just money. Right? It's some things that can't be bought with money. Right? I left and came back, my bad. It's all right, babe. It's my uncle was crazy about Nita Baker in the 80s. I saw Shaka Khan on Soul Train. Shaka Khan, boy. Yeah. Mom kicked me out the house. I had to leave, man. 17 years old. Kicked out. I ain't gonna say I was kicked out. I just knew it was time for me to go. Right? So if the pecking order, what is the basis of the pecking order, Gaia? I'm interested, right? I honestly like trying to understand. I honestly want to understand how people think. So what establishes the peck? Men, women is my pecking order. Okay, why is that though? So if there is a pecking order, it should be fair to say that there's a greater expectation from the person at the top of the totem pole than someone who's under it. Is that fair? See, and all y'all talking about music like y'all know, but y'all never at Feel Good Fridays. I'm disappointed. Feel Good Fridays, where we actually discuss music and break down the production and give y'all some gems of music that y'all never really knew. You know what I'm saying? I taught my wife how to negotiate her salary. She didn't even know that. Yeah, me too. See, I don't want to deal with problems. I know you don't, baby. And that's the point, right? That's the point. You want to be able to look. The one thing I never shy away from, right, is how I tell y'all I relieve my wife of any excuses, right? Anything that my wife goes through that's stressful as far as decision making is on her own accord with her family and friends. But as around the house, the stuff that we know that needs to get done, that's got to get done, that's not her problem. She knows that. She said, I'm more concerned about being comfortable. I'm not tripping off paying bills if I can afford them. But everyone would want to go bill free. Honestly, I wouldn't. I would never walk away, or nor have I ever wanted to walk away from the responsibility of being a husband. Because I understand, right? And I think this is the real difference between the men and women mentalities that real, and I say real men because I'm comparing them to me. I consider myself a real man. Am I the greatest man? No. Am I the best man? No. But I'm a real man, right? Because men understand there's a cost to be the boss, right? You understand that your wife needs to be comfortable so she can move a certain way, right? No matter what men say, or they trying to tell you that a woman has to be in a certain space to move a certain way. I don't care what nobody says. My woman, I love her. My wife, I love her. She's special, but she's a woman, but she's still my woman, and I understand that. He said Lil Uzi was better than Rakim. Chill out, nigga. It's like, since I left at 17 too, went to live with my brother. My brother dipped at 19. I saw my parents divorce. Damn. Coming before they did. That's crazy. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I was out of town the last couple of weeks, so that was a no-go, but we back on Friday. I can't be with a male. I like men way too much to be with a male that don't act like, exactly. But that's because you have a certain expectation, and that's all I'm saying. Women have a certain expectation, right? And I honestly believe there is a difference, right? It's a difference between ladies and females. I tell y'all that all the time, right? But a woman wants to be taken care of, but she's not expecting it, right? She wants it to happen on her own accord. She's not expecting it, though. Shit, you'll turn on anything, bro. And life will turn on you really quick. But again, I want to get back to the basis of this, is that would it change, right? Which would change? Which situation would cause the most change? I believe that if every man was on point at this standard that these so-called females are expecting, that it wouldn't make the pool better, or it wouldn't, right? Because the understanding would be, and I'm just going to keep this simple, right? The understanding would be, because if men have an understanding too, right? That if their shit is together, they become more valuable. They're able to be more picky and choose more, right? So that wouldn't be different. It wouldn't be any different. It'd be actually harder for most women to gather men. Y'all think it's hard now. What would be worse then? But women flipping it up, right? Women flipping it up, right? Becoming more feminine, right? More domesticated. I know y'all hate that word, but it is what it is, right? Becoming more well-rounded as women, right? Becoming more presentable, right? That would change the game overnight for y'all. He said at 18, I had a new car, renting more. Mom said I was ready to get out on my own. I didn't get my first car till I was 19. A 1991 Toyota Camry, used. The first thing I bought, this is the second thing I bought when I got in the military. The second thing I bought. Right? But I always wanted to be married, right? I ain't never want to be with no bunch of females. I never have problems. I'm not going to say I have problems keeping a female or getting a female, but have I had problems with females? Hell yeah. Be lying if I said that. Right? You had a cutty? Hey, Nurse Fancy, how you doing, beautiful? They called it a scraper. Yes, sir. Yep. I just be wondering, you know what I'm saying? Like, it don't take, but to me personally, it don't take a lot, right? It shouldn't take a lot to be yourself. It shouldn't cost you a lot to be yourself. Y'all know what I mean? Some of the only black kid in college with a car. Okay, my guy. He said, I think the more successful men get, they look for a better looking female, not their life partner. I don't agree. How can I say, for me to say in some cases that's not true, Ashley, I'd be lying, right? Y'all know how I feel about it. Like, I like pretty women, but I'm not into looks like that. I'm not into looks like that. I'm just not. Hey, Jay, right? I'm not, like, I appreciate a thick female, a female that's fine, that's beautiful, right? But I'm not into looks like that. That's why I hate when dudes like, I want to have a bad bitch. Okay, knock yourself out. Knock yourself out. You know what I'm saying? I don't do that shit. All right, I get to know people, right? I get to know people. And if your pussy fire as a woman and shit, we can work around everything else. If you a good person and your pussy fire, we can walk around everything else. Because I don't give a fuck what nobody say my girl look like. I don't give a good goddamn. Fuck you niggas, man. Doodle Brown Pinto, damn. Ebon, what's good? He said, I think women should fight for the right not to work. I think so too. It's enough work at home. Keep her busy at home, shit. Like I said, it's crazy to me. I don't see, like, example, right? When I barbecue, when I cook for my family, we had to get together, even though I don't want to do it sometimes, right? I'd be proud to do it. I'd be like, I'm happy to see y'all have a good time, right? I'm happy to be able to feed y'all and provide y'all with some entertainment, right? My wife the same way. My wife loves to cook. She loves to entertain, right? My wife, I like to call her, she a bootleg bartender. She can cook damn near anything that you can put on a piece of paper, right? But she enjoys cooking for me, right? When we're out and she can't cook for me, she feels bad. That's why I could never be with no woman who act like cooking is a chore. Donovan says she doesn't have to be the prettiest. She's got to be attractive to me. You see what I'm saying, Donovan? She got to be attractive to me. She said, I have to have a man before I get to fighting. Go ahead, sis. Hey, Red Lipstick, how you doing? Right? Because the truth is, like I said, I say the truth, but I should start saying in my experience, right, throughout these years in life, I done had, as far as in my dating life, when I was dating, the prettiest girls gave me the most headaches. He said, who's better, your grilling or your wife's cooking? My wife cooked way better than me, bro. I need time to work. Being at home is boring. I hear you on that. Problem is, we are not home with parents until married. Therefore, they need to make... Exactly, BJ. Exactly. Just Do what's good, bro. Shout out to Baby Do. Make sure y'all check in with Just Do Boxing if y'all want that real boxing news. Here on YouTube, Love Voice. Mac, what's good? Right? My wife can throw down. My wife bad, man. Like I told you, my wife bad. And I didn't find my wife until I started looking for women in different packages. Y'all hear what I'm saying? All fellas got that one type of woman, that body type or that face look that he just fall for, and that was me. I like the same type of girls, chicks under 5'6", little shorty bow leggers with the little slim jimmies with the fat booties. You know what I'm saying? Pretty eyes. All of them gave me hell because all of them knew they was pretty. He said, I cook better than my lady. I'm a master surgeon. That's what's up, man. Shit. He said, I got to have a pretty face woman. I don't put too much weight on her weight because that can change. Okay. I don't like working. I don't like doing things with being tied to a job. I can't lie. I don't like it. Nurse said we 50-50 on cooking. Like, okay, so in our house, this is what it is, Fancy, right? Dinner. The specialty of dinner. The specialty of dinner, my wife, hands down. But steaks, turkeys, you know what I'm saying? The big fix, the centerpiece meals, that's me. Hey, SLR. Homemade cornbread is very important food for the soul. Boy, if that cornbread ain't right, it's a bad day at the office, ain't it? But anyway, girl, I gotta go get my daughter, so I gotta let y'all go. We'll be back. I fell asleep last night. It's wintertime, so it's hibernation time. I was supposed to read last night and I fell asleep, so my apologies, guys. But hey, thank y'all so much. I appreciate y'all for coming through. I gotta go get the baby. Y'all have a great rest of y'all day. I love y'all. Stay safe.